What's up guys, it's J-Dog back here from SeekaHost. Today we're back with another guide and we're going to be showing you how you can add guns with plugins rather than mods to your paper 1.19 servers, or of course any older versions. Unless there's more up-to-date versions up to now, just obviously check on the web page and it will tell you which one the latest version is that it is currently developed for. So as previously mentioned, we do have guns and they do work fairly well. Unfortunately this villager is going to have to be the test shot right here. You can also aim with it, and some aspects have also got zoom as well. Not only that, it's not got perfect aim, so sometimes it might hit him, sometimes it might not hit the item as well, so it has got some sort of irregularity in the way that it shoots, a bit more like a real gun. You got a nice choice of guns as well. You can get anything from magnums to cluster grenades, which throw TNT and then more TNT. As you can see here, we've got maximum explosions. However, as you can see, we not only have really cool graphics when they do explode, if we sit here and watch this, it will actually build itself back up again. So although it's destroyed it temporarily, the plugin actually builds the world back up. So let's just watch this area right here. As you can see, it's just built straight back up. So it hasn't actually got TNT explosion values which are permanent. It just simply breaks the area and then rejuvenates. And as previously mentioned, this is going to work on your servers. You don't need any mods, so you don't need to install Forge, you don't have to have people using the same mods. It's simply, when they come on here, the resource pack gets added, the guns get added, they can be added with commands, so you can also set them to shops, and it's a really good addition to add to your Minecraft server. So first things first, you're going to need yourself a server. If you haven't got one yet, head on over to SeekaHost.co. You can grab yourself a small server for you and a few friends, or you can grab yourself a large server for you, a few hundred people, or to hold mod packs, Bedrock, or any type of Java server. So with that, let's get into it, and I'm going to be setting this to paper 1.19. It's the most up-to-date version currently, as of this video has been filmed. Obviously, it will update in the future, and hopefully the plugin will as well. The reason I suggest paper is because it is more optimized than Spigot and Bucket, and it also can use both Spigot and Bucket plugins. So I just recommend using paper if you're going to be running a server. Now before we go and download them, I'm just going to click stop on here. After the server stopped, we are then going to upload the plugins. Where do we get the plugins from? And the link will be down in the description. From here you go and you download the mechanics core. From here, the two plugins that you're going to need, and you are going to need two, so if you are just going to download this from your plugins on the actual Multicraft, it won't work because you won't be able to find the mechanics core. So you're going to need to click the mechanics core beta jobs. It is still in beta, although it does work. There are some bugs with it, and I'll let you know the ones which I did find bugs for, because there is one particular weapon that will crash the server. However, all the rest work really fine. It works well with multiplayer too. So after you download the mechanics core, we're going to be downloading the weapons mechanics as well. So let's just click that and then we'll have both the files. Now with your server stopped, we're going to go to files. We're going to go to FTP file access here. Just make sure to log in with your Multicraft details, and then go to your plugins section. As you can see, I have both the plugins already uploaded to the server, so I just wanted to test it first of all. As you can see, I have the plugins already uploaded to the server. What I did do is I went over to upload, and you go and you choose the file. So first of all, we go to choose file. From downloads, we go to the weapon mechanics and we select one first of all. I try not to select two because they might be too large for the system to go through. There's a 2 MB limit currently, I do believe, and an 8 MB limit by PHP. So choose one and then click submit. Once submitted, repeat the process with the mechanics core and then submit that one too. If you're ever uploading plugins and it is too large for the FTP file access, simply use FileZilla. We have a video how to download it for free. It's a free software and you can use it to connect to your server and move files easily, freely, with no download limits, and it's super quick as well. Now to get started, simply click start on the server. Once it starts back up, it's going to look like my files there, where they had the jar file and the data file as well. So if I go back to the FTP file access and then back onto my plugins, you're going to find that once you start your server, you'll have both files. So you have the jar file here, and then you actually have the data files here on top of it or below it, whichever way they come. When you first upload the jar files, it will simply just show the jar just needs the server to start back or start up. Once it's started up, it will then kick in all the files and then start the data for it. That will then start to collect the data. If you do ever need to update the jars, you simply just delete the jar files, update with new jar files, and you leave the data files alone. That way you can remember all the data files from that particular plugin every time you update. Now that your server started, you can simply join on just like I did and use some of the commands to bring the guns out. Let's just go through some of the commands now. Now, when you log back on, you're going to get the ability to use the gun plugin. So, to actually get started, you're going to put W, and then you're going to put M, put space, then you're going to get all the general commands around this plugin, whether it be to give ammo, convert, because one of the things I didn't mention is actually with this plugin, you're also going to be able to create your own guns, which you can upload there, convert and test, which we're not going to go through in this video. This is just simply how you can upload it to a server and then start using it on your server. Your get, give, obviously help with certain stuff, information about the guns, list, reload, and test. Or of course a link to their wiki. Their wiki is quite helpful. So just to get started on this, and if you do have any sort of shops, I did do a video on the shop plugin Villager Market, and this will be great for that because one of the things that you can set is you can actually set a command as a shop item, so people could potentially buy a gun, so you could then put the command that you have here, give @s or whatever it is, the particular gun. So we're going to choose @s, or you can choose the player name. If you press space, it's going to give you all the list. Now I'll leave in the description a link, and it's actually on my personal blog, which shows a tutorial with all the gun names there, so you can copy and paste if you do need to, or know where they are. But if you do press space, you can also just press tab and then go through all the gun selectors. Now if we choose this one, I'm not very good with my gun name, so we're just going to choose this. As you can see, it's just going to spawn. Once it spawns, if we left click, it's going to aim, and if we right click, it's going to fire. As you can see at the moment, it shoots something that looks a bit like an iron ingot. Some shoot stuff that look a bit like eggs, so that can definitely be improved. However, like we said, it's in beta. However, it's a really great gun plugin just to have around, to play around with. You get a great amount of choice. If I go back up here, one of the things I did mention earlier is the one of the guns that I did notice that does glitch. Now, if you use an airstrike, please be warned, unless you have an extremely or a more high-powered server, it might crash your server, depending how many you strike down. So let's just do an airstrike 1. Let's see if it crashes it. Hopefully it doesn't. What you do is you actually throw your airstrike over there, and then you get a cool little airstrike that comes down and bombs the whole area. I don't know if you heard that. Oh. So there we go. That was quite funny. Obviously you can see how that might crash the server if you do more than one. I think I just done the minimum there. Like before, and as you can see now, everything will just start rebuilding, so whatever happened will get rebuilt again. So you won't actually get grief. It's almost like a temporary grief, which is quite good. So if we go back on the commands and we just go through here, you can see there is a ton of different things we can do. I'm not sure what an origin is. Let's go for one of them. As you can see, we've got another gun there. I think this one shoots something that looks like eggs. There we go. So as you can see, we've got eggs, but that's a bit more like a shotgun effect. Either way, you can now give them to players, give them to yourself, you could sell them on your server, and you got a gun plugin on your server without having to use mods or mod packs. So thanks for watching, guys. For any more tips and tricks, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube, then you will be notified when we do put more videos out. We do many things from plugins to mod packs, tutorials, mods themselves, and anything else Minecrafty that you can imagine. So let's catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.